Hi guys, how are you? So this is gonna resonate with someone. Someone needs to hear this, and I know it's disturbing and I know it's upsetting, and it just almost feels like you have to keep fighting. It almost feels like you're like fighting more than the average human being. And here's the thing, it's true. It's true. It's like when you're a chosen child of God, the battles are going to be a lot more intense because the purpose behind it. Like you have to really think about it and be like, for people to consistently try to attack you nonstop, and they keep going and going and going and they don't stop, there's something heavy, there's some type of weight attached to your name. There's something deeper than what you even can comprehend, something deeper than what you understand. And I know there's a lot of people that talk about warfare and witchcraft and all of that stuff, and I know sometimes you hear from people and you're like, man, that's not even it. There's people out here that talk about this stuff, but they're not actually living it. Like, they're not going through a lot of what we go through. So it's easy for them to say, ignore the witchcraft. Easy for people to, try to blame you or say you did something wrong to deserve this. But until you're actually in the position and you're actually experiencing this on your own, you're not going to understand just how deep it truly is. Because even when you go to the place where you're supposed to be relaxing, the place where you're supposed to be at peace, the place where you're supposed to unwind, you are still experiencing a form of trauma in that very place. That place is your bedroom. That place is your bed. That place is the place where you're supposed to be at peace. But when you have to get up every night, rebuke, denounce, cancel, and you have to consistently be fighting in the spiritual realm, and you gotta wake up and, like I said, you gotta wake up, denounce, rebuke, cancel, that's still a battle. That's still a battle alone. And I know, because I go through that myself, and I understand what many of you guys are going through. Like, people, the average human being can just get up, I'm gonna get up, start my day, brush my teeth, comb my hair, eat breakfast, and leave out the door. Whereas a child of God, like, we got to get up and we got to cancel things before it even happens throughout the day. We got to cancel it. Then it's a fight just to get ready. It's a fight just to get it together. Sometimes you're not even wanting to eat. Sometimes you're forcing yourself to eat. Then you got to put the armor of God on before you even leave the house, because once you get on the road or once you get in public, you're ready for war. Because the enemy can use just about anyone, right? So that is something that you have to be cautious of as well. They don't want us to have the basics of life. They don't want us to have anything. It's like you fight just to have the basic necessities. And on top of you fighting just to have the basic necessities, you have to fight the people who are trying to take that away from you. The people in the spirit who are trying to take that from you. The witches and the warlocks, people from your family, all of that. It's like they don't want you to get married. They don't want you to have a thriving business. It's like they don't want you to be known. They don't want you to get your story out there. It's like anything associated to anything positive, they will attack you. And it's like you have to fight 10 times harder than the average human being, just to be able to be comfortable a little bit, or just to even have the basics. You're not even comfortable, just to have the basics. Because their goal is they want to strip you of everything that can bring joy to you, that can make you happy. Whether it's your wife, your husband, a child, you know what I mean? Nice home, your faith. Most importantly, they try to strip you from your faith. They try to strip you from everything that brings you a sense of peace. And what makes matters a little bit harder for many of us is we also have to fight the way people view us. We have to fight that too, because I'm not sure if many of you guys know, but there's certain rituals that they do to affect the way people see you. You could be a nice person, you could have a nice personality, you may have a big heart, and they may do something to you and you're not aware of it. You haven't canceled, rebuked, or denounced it because you weren't aware of it. This is why I said God does a lot for us by just letting us know when something's being done. But then the people that don't know, they may go along their day not noticing that something was done to them. Their name's on a paper, their name's on an altar, and there's someone doing something to affect the way people look at them. So when they're around people, they're rejected, they're abandoned, no one wants to be around them, etc., etc. And you go on with your day in public and you're just getting attacked left, right, and center from multiple people. Your job interviews are not going well. It just feels like everything's falling apart. And this is because they do things to affect the way people see you. And before many of us even knew that this stuff even existed, we knew something was wrong, but we didn't know like exactly what it was. A lot of us were going through rejection. A lot of us were going through heartbreak. We were like loners. We couldn't have a friend, keep a friend. It's like no matter who we have around us, it's like rejection will come from all angles. But once you know and you start rebuking, denouncing, canceling, and you build a relationship with God, it's like things just start turning around for the better. But even though things turned around for the better, now it's like you got to fight harder to maintain that. That's the frustrating part. You got to fight harder to maintain everything you have. Because you know they're working hard to pull you back. And even though, like I said yesterday, no matter how much they try to pull you back to the past or pull you back to the way you used to live or, you know, how things were for you before, one thing they can't take from you is your anointing, and they cannot take the wisdom and what God has already taught you. They can't take that away from you. So regardless, you're always going to be 10 steps ahead, but your fights are going to be a lot more harder. The battles are going to be a lot more harder because now you got to fight to not only maintain what you have, but you got to fight to be able to go to the next level. Do you get what I'm saying? And for many of you who are not on the forefront yet, like you're not really out there yet, I know a lot of you guys hear this stuff from people, but it's like I said, until people actually go through this stuff, they're not going to understand. They're going to always continue to sugarcoat it, make it seem like it's not as bad as it really is. And like I said, you're listening to someone who's been through every single battle, who's fought, I would say almost every single type of witchcraft possible. I have had to fight. I've had to fight black magic. I've had to fight voodoo. I've had to fight obia. Actually, black magic is the main category, and the types of black magic are in the category. So black magic is the main category, but then voodoo is a type of black magic. Obia is a type of black magic. You know what I mean? So there's different types that go within the category, but I've had to fight like every single type. And like I said, these people, it's like they look into you, they try to figure out what's your next breakthrough. Every time there's another breakthrough coming, they know. And they go hard with the attacks. They go hard with it. And the more you start to elevate, it's a lot harder, but the attacks are a lot more bearable, but they're a lot more harder. And here's why I say that. Because you've already gained wisdom and knowledge from the previous attacks, so you're able to fight through it. But at the same time, it's like more and more people start to come after you. You have random people you don't even know coming after you because they were alerted by the enemy to come after you. You have random people trying to fight with you for no reason. Random people talking bad about you for no reason. It's like as soon as you defeat one attack, it's like there's more that comes in. You ever hear that saying, you know, when you kill like one roach is 1,000, because when you kill one, it means there's 1,000 more somewhere, 400 more somewhere, 500. It's the same thing with witchcraft and warfare. When you fight one, you defeat one. As you elevate, the devil's going to send stronger people towards you, but you're going to defeat them because you obviously have the Holy Spirit, you obviously have God, right? But the battles get more intense. Like I said, it's like people you don't even know, especially if you're on a public platform doing what I'm doing. They're going to come from all over. You're going to have random people coming at you trying to fight with you, pick a fight with you, and you don't even know who they are. People sending you emails, you don't even know who they are. And a lot of people swear they know you. Swear they know you. They probably do by looking into you, but a lot of them swear they know you personally, and a lot of them come to you with accusations, a lot of messed up things. I just can't even go into details about all that right now. There's a lot of messed up things. And you'll start seeing people you don't even know doing witchcraft on you. Through your visions, dreams, people you don't even know. Just because they know that you are real. They know you're a child of God. They know where you're heading. And here's the thing. I had to look at it this way many times. And I'm continuing to look at it this way. And whoever resonates with this, I want you to look at it this way. If there was nothing worth fighting for, if your purpose wasn't as big as it's supposed to be, you wouldn't be going through all this. People are not going to waste their energy, their time, sleepless nights coming up after you if you weren't important, if God didn't really have something in store for you. See, when people do this type of stuff, they expose themselves. They actually help you crack the code to how truly important your purpose truly is, because people don't just attack people for no reason. If you're not doing anything to them and you're not saying anything to them, you don't even know who they are, and there's new people coming in here and there, you know that there's something that God has in store for you that you're not even aware of. It's like every little thing that a child of God has, it's like we gotta fight for it. Giving up is what they want you to do. Don't give up. Because let me tell you something. If you have so many people fighting up against your purpose like this, it's big. Not only that, but if God chose to give you something this big, something this with this much responsibility, something this deep, that's because he knows you're going to make it through. Right? He knows you're going to make it through, and you will. But if you give up on yourself, you're giving them exactly what it is they want. And that's why they continue to poke at you, because what they're doing to you, they can't really hurt you. They can't really take you out. They can't do that. So the most they can do is manipulate your mind by trying to get you to quit on yourself to get what they want. That's the only way, is they have to manipulate your mind and make sure that you get exhausted and tired to where you have to quit. So don't give up. Don't give up. Believe me, God has something beautiful in store for you. You're going to see why it was worth the fight. It may not feel like it now. It may not look like it now. But this is why God says you got to move by faith and not by sight. Walk by faith and not by sight. Because it's deeper than what you can see. Even if they manipulate people and how they see you and truly see you, what's more important is how God sees you. Because God is who knows who you are behind closed door. God is who knows you personally. So even if they turn 1,000 people against you, even if they have 20,000 people who hate you, 10,000 people who hate you, at the end of the day, no voodoo, no witchcraft, no spell can affect the way how God views you, how God sees you. And that's what you have to remember. It's not these people who are giving you your purpose. It is God who is in charge of your purpose. It is God who has chosen you before you were even formed in the womb, right? They can't change the way God feels about you. They can't change the way God sees you, how God views you. And this is why it's so important to keep the faith no matter what. So don't give up. Don't give up. Let these people dig their hole deeper. Let them be a witness to your testimony. All that's going to happen is, even though there's more haters that may come in, more people that may come up against you, even through whatever witchcraft they're doing, it may manipulate more people to turn against you, may make people hate you. But remember something. All that means is more chairs at the table. That's all. All that means is God is going to have to bring some more chairs for the table that he is prepping in front of your enemies. That's all it means. Just keep going. Don't give up. Love you guys. Bye.